Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are continuing this format, and I know the Mario Kart seemed kind of like a hate fest. I just preferred the original, and I know I sound very negative. So, we're going to continue with this format, but being more positive today. We're going to speculate what Halo 6 could be based on the games that 343 has been putting out recently and the one or two teasers that we've gotten for Halo 6. So, let's get into it. To begin, we have to know where we left off. So, at the end of Halo 5, Osiris, Team Osiris, whatever you want to call it, nobody really cares about them anyway, because Halo 5 wasn't the most popular story. But, when we left off, Osiris had just saved Master Chief from Cortana's giant prison orb thing, and the Guardians that Cortana had risen were spread around the universe, just shutting everything down. So, how could they build a story off of that into the little bits of trailer we have for Halo Infinite? So, for Halo Infinite, we got a couple of trailers. One was just like an engine trailer promoting the new thing they were building the game off of, and it looked really good, so that's always a plus. But the second one gave us a bit of story where Master Chief was found by this pilot guy, and his armor was recharged, so he like kind of woke up. And then he's like, "Where are we?" And then basically the trailer ends with them looking out at a Halo ring. So somewhere along the line, we have to get from the endpoint to Halo 5 to that beginning in the trailer. A simple idea for a transition could be Master Chief gets on the Infinity or some other type of ship, and then the Guardians find it finally, which at the end of Halo 5 it was running away. So then it could get blown to smithereens by the Guardians, and then he could be floating in space until he's found by that pilot guy, who could have also been on that ship and escaped narrowly. So that would be one way that they could tie in the two games. Halo 4 was the first 343 installment that was added to Halo. I thought it was pretty good, but there's main theme of him trying to save Cortana. That's one of the big plot points. And this is continued in Halo 5, where he still tries to go after her until he realizes she's evil, but he still wants her to come back. So they could do something with this, which I know a way they can do that, and I'll explain it later once I mention something else that's important to it. In the universe, the Guardians have wiped out basically everything. They have ability to like shut down machines and whatever they're being powered by, and that's shown at the end credits and in Halo Wars 2, which is also important to this. But that has the perfect setup for one thing and one thing only: the return of the Flood. The Flood is a parasitic species made from stardust of the precursors, which is basically Halo's gods that created the entire universe. Basically, they went into hibernation, got all messed up, and became the Flood. These creatures infect living things and convert them into a hive mind, and if they build more powerful, they can create something called a grave mind, which is seen in Halo 2 and Halo 3, which basically controls them and tells them where to go. The Halo rings are used to eradicate all of the living life in the universe so that the Flood doesn't have anything to eat and will eventually die off, which is used in Halo 3 when he lights up a Halo ring to kill the Flood on the Ark, which is supposedly their death. But that's where Halo Wars 2 comes in. In Halo Wars 2, you are back on the Ark, and in a DLC, the Flood actually return. This is actually big since they're mutated now and they're stronger, and that means that Master Chief didn't actually kill them all once he blew up the extra Halo ring being built on the Ark. This could also tie into the storyline through a few simple ways. First, there is the logic plague. This is when the Flood infect an AI, basically corrupting them and contaminating them for their not personal, hive mind's use. Basically, they can control AI and make it do it what it wants. This could be revealed that Cortana actually has the logic blade, which is making her go insane and trying to rid the world of all crime, war, everything, just trying to control everything. because that right there, if she controls everything, which is she is shutting down every system that these fighting factions are using, the Flood can take over and have everything waiting for them. And that is what I think they're going to do, which, if so, Halo 5 is actually a really great setup for that. So basically, Cortana would shut everything down, and then the Flood would reappear and start corrupting the Guardians, taking everything over and having full control. And this plays into the Mantle, which is explained more in Halo 4. In Halo 4, the Mantle is basically something it's not physical, but it's something given to whoever is the strongest powerhouse in the universe. They have a job to protect and keep the universe in balance, basically, and there's like this big test. The Forerunners used to have it, which is the villain of Halo 4, but they failed, and then it was passed on to the humans. And the Flood could be this big test for them. The logic plane could also explain why Cortana was so bad in Halo 4, because between Halo 2 and 3, she was stuck with the Gravemind for a bit, and the Gravemind could have corrupted her slowly and surely, so when her rampancy kicked in, and then she was given into the domain, now that changed Cortana, making her a pawn of the Flood. This would also play into the main theme of the newer games, which is like Chief trying to save Cortana, because then he'd finally have to realize that Cortana is really gone, making it have emotional impact, and then we could have a scene where he like kills Cortana or something like that, or like lets go and destroys whatever he's trying to destroy. And then that would be really emotional because it would finally kill off a character we thought died in Halo 4. And it would give Chief more humanity, which seems like what is trying to provide in the new trilogy of Halo games. The story can also weave in the Arbiter and the Ex-Covenant, also the Banish, which are the Brutes from Halo 2 and 3, because those were shown in Halo Wars 2, and the Banish could possibly team up with Master Chief because they also fought the Flood, and that was the main player you were playing as in that DLC. So you could use that and really have a weird team up that didn't seem to happen. That also parallels to Halo 2 when the Ex-Covenant elites paired up with the Spartans and some Marines to take down Tartarus. This could also bring back the Arbiter, which is the main character in Halo 2 and Halo 3, which most fans love, so it would be nice to have him back in the spotlight just a bit, along with Master Chief as the main helm of this game. For a quick recap, basically, it would have Cortana shutting everything down, and then the Flood coming back and taking everything over. Master Chief would team up with the Elites and the Banish to try and stop Cortana and the newly formed Flood. And basically, it would have Master Chief finally letting go of Cortana and allowing him to save the universe once again. Or it can lead into Halo 7, where the Flood actually wins and has full control, and they have to do something insane to win it all back. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you next time.